Shalom. First and foremost, I want to give all praise, all honor, all glory to Yahweh, Bahasham, Yahweh Shah, Bahasham Rakakwadash. A double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone for teaching me this truth according to the Bible through the spirit and power of Yahweh, Bahasham Yahweh Shah. And a sincere peace and salutation to all you hopeful Akim out there, pushing his word in all truth and sincerity, doing the work as Yahweh, Bahasham Yahweh Shah has created us to do, so he can wake up and seal the elect of the nation of Israel, which consists of you so-called blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans, and you Israelites who are scattered amongst the heathen nations that may look like the heathen nations, but your father's seed line goes back to you being a so-called black, Hispanic, or Native American, one of the 12 tribes of the children of Israel. And Shalom. It's your brother Halakia from the GMS Denver camp coming back once again through the spirit and power of Yahweh, Bahasham Yahweh Shah with another lesson. And this one is going to be a part 2 to the lesson I did yesterday entitled, The Lord is Coming to Enslave the Heathen. Because that's what it's about to be according to prophecy. And we might sound repetitive because we've gone over these scriptures hundreds of times. We've made these same videos over and over and over again. But when you're telling the truth, you see, you're teaching the true doctrine, you can only say what's already been said. There's nothing new that's going to be created. There's nothing new that's going to be spoken. There's no new visions. The Most High has already determined how the vision was going to play out from the beginning. You see it? Matter of fact, let's get a few of those real quick. Let's get Isaiah, because yes, these videos are repetitive, but it's to build us up. Like the other Apostle Gabar always says, repetition is the father of skill. You see? So repeatedly going into these things, it gives us a great understanding, a full understanding of what the Most High is teaching us through the Holy Spirit by way of Yahweh Shah, man. So one of my favorites to go into is Isaiah 46 to show you that it's all about the Most High's will coming to pass. Because here in this earth now up on the Esau, which is the so-called white race, they spew so many lies and having people believe like it's all these different religions and everybody has their own truth and you can believe whatever you want to believe. No, that's a false reality. What the word is about to witness come to pass is the Most High's reality. The things the Most High said was going to play out in the earth according to his will, and he's determined this from the beginning. You see? So this is Isaiah 46:9. It says, the former things of old, it's like, remember the former things of old, for I am the Most High and there is none else. I am the Most High and there is none like me. Declaring the end from the beginning, meaning what? The whole entire course of history has already been laid out from the beginning. Everything in existence, everything that we see playing out around us each and every day, you see, it's all playing out according to what the Most High said it was going to be from the beginning. Do you understand? These events that's happening in the earth, they're not happening coincidentally, man. They're happening right on the Most High's schedule. How he scheduled them to play out in the earth. From all the from the creation, you see, to the flood, to the reemergence of the nations through Noah and his 3 sons and their wives. You see? From all the empires being raised up in the earth over the course of time, all the natural disasters, all the wars. You see? All these things have been determined by the Most High from the beginning, man. And this is what man fails to realize. Because man really thinks they have a say-so in how these things play out in the earth, and you don't, man. You're just subject to the Most High's will. You're subject to the things the Most High said is going to be from the beginning. You see? So Isaiah 46:10, it says, declaring the end from the beginning and from ancient times the things that are not yet done, saying, my counsel shall stand and I will do all my pleasure. And this is what's happening. And according to the Most High's counsel and according to the Most High's pleasure, when it's all said and done, he's going to give you heathen over unto his children as an everlasting possession. We got it in part 1. But it was a few more I wanted to get, and I cut it short because I was already 30 minutes in. But we're gonna get a few more scriptures to show you that this is what the Most High is determined to be when it's all said and done. This is his counsel. You see? And there is no changing it. It won't be altered. The Most High is not going to repent and say, no, I'm not doing that because I love all nations. Now, no. The Bible tells you, the Most High tells you that what? He doesn't change, man. He's always the same. You see? Matter of fact, let's show you that real quick. What is that? Listen. For I am Yahweh, I change not. Therefore ye sons of Jacob are not consumed. The Most High doesn't change. His counsel doesn't change. His will doesn't change. You see? His vision that he has envisioned for existence is not going to change. When it's all said and done, the Most High is going to give you heathen over into our hands as an everlasting possession according to the words that he's prophesied through the mouth of the prophets. So let's show you. Let's get a few more. Let's get a few, man. Let's get matter of fact, I had one lined up already before we started. I want to grab this right here in Amos 9:3. It says what? Behold, the days come, saith who? Saith the Lord. You got to understand, man. These are the Lord's words that we're reading. The Almighty God, the Ancient of Days. A God that has no beginning. Wrap your mind around that, man. I was just pondering that the other day. Like, the Most High just always been. He's always existed. He has no beginning. He just always been there. You see? This is what he said, man. This is what he's determined it to be. So Amos 9:13 says what? Behold, the days come, saith Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushua, that the plowman shall overtake the reaper. The plowman is who? The Israelites, man. We're the ones who are in servitude upon these heathen nations right now. You see? The reaper are what? The heathen nations that are benefiting off of the back of what we're doing. And that's chiefly the nation of Edom. It says what? And the treader of grapes, once us doing the manual labor, him that soweth seed, and the mountain shall drop down sweet wine, and the hill shall melt. Meaning what? We are going to overcome our enemy. We're going to be taken from this place of servitude and oppression, and we're going to rule over all oppressors, man. According to prophecy, according to what the Lord Yahweh has said, man. Verse 14 says what? And I will bring again the captivity of my people of Israel. You see? Why is he going to have to do that? Because Israel, the true people, would still be in slavery, in captivity, when the Lord Yahushua returns to save us, man. So he's going to do what? I will bring again the captivity of my people of Israel, and they shall build the waste cities, and shall inhabit them, and they shall plant vineyards and drink the wine thereof. They shall also make gardens and eat the fruit thereof of them, Salakia. And I will plant them upon the land, and they shall no more be pulled up out of their land, which I have given them, saith Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushua. You see? This is what it is, man. Now, when it tells you that we're going to build away cities, that doesn't actually mean that we're going to build it by our hands. That means that you heathen nations are going to build up our lands, man. You're going to build up our cities. You're going to plant our vineyards, man. You're going to cultivate our gardens. You see, you're going to be a part of our workforce in the kingdom of heaven, according to what the Most High has promised us, man. Let's show you real quick. Let's get Isaiah, because I know it's one in Isaiah. It's a few in Isaiah. Listen. Where we at? Look at that. Isaiah 60:10, it says, and the sons of strangers shall build up thy walls. And that's talking about you heathen nations. You're going to build up our cities. You're going to build up our walls, man. When you read about those streets paved with gold in the book of Revelation, guess who's going to be paving those streets? You heathen nations are. When you read about those 12 foundations being laid, guess who's going to lay them? You heathen nations are. Who you think going to set the stones and these precious stones in our walls in the kingdom of heaven? You heathen nations are. Who do you think is going to be building our palaces? You heathen. How do we know that you're going to be doing this? Because we did it for you. How do you think this country got built up, man? Off of the back of the Israelites. Off the backs of the so-called blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans. Now it's time for you to be put in the position that we've been in for all these centuries, man. And it's time for us to be taken from the bottom to be put on the top in everlasting glory, man. And it's only right. It says, Isaiah 60:10, and the sons of strangers shall build up thy walls, and their kings shall minister unto thee. For in my wrath I smote thee, but in my favor have I had mercy on thee. And that's what's happening. In the Most High's wrath, he punished us and put us up under those curses. And this is why you heathen are able to rule over us the way you do right now. But the time is going to come where the Most High is going to have complete mercy upon us. He's going to take us out of this position, and he's going to put us above you heathen nations where he's ordained us to be as the top nation on the earth, his chosen holy people, ruling in righteousness. That's what it's coming to. And that's when we're going to be up under those blessings that we read about in Deuteronomy 28:1-14. Now, what does it say? What else does it say in verse 11? Therefore thy gate shall be open continually. They shall not be shut day nor night. And why is that? That men may bring unto thee the forces of the Gentiles, and that their kings may be brought. And what is that talking about? All the wealth and riches that you heathen nations have been gathering up for all these centuries, man. Over this entire course of time, you're going to be bringing that wealth unto us in our land. You see, because that's what forces go into. The forces of the Gentiles, right? When you go into that word for forces, y'all, it says what? Strength, might, efficiency, wealth. There it is. The wealth of you heathen nations. All that gold, all that silver that you have stored up, all those precious stones. When you're fucking all that good ass wine that you got stored up, wine that's hundreds of years old. You see? All the best spices, all the best liquors, all the best fabrics. All that's going to be brought to us in our kingdom, man. And what if you got a problem with it? What if you don't want to do it? What if you don't want to get down with what the Most High's will is? What does it say? Verse 12. For the nation and kingdom that will not serve thee shall perish. Yea, those nations shall be utterly wasted. This is what's going to happen if you heathen nations try to rebel against the Most High's will. You're going to be utterly destroyed, man. And we're going to make an example out of the so-called white race, which are the Edomites, because they will never fully submit unto us being in power, man. They will, if we gave them the chance, they will always be somewhere trying to plot and scheme. So that's why when 1,000 years are accomplished, that first 1,000 years in the kingdom of heaven, once that first dominion is accomplished, the Edomites are going to be completely eradicated, terminated, exterminated, annihilated. You see, eviscerated from the earth, man. You see? That's the type of power we're going to have in the kingdom. What else we got? So let's move to the next chapter. Listen. Isaiah 61:5, it says what? And strangers shall stand and feed your flocks, and the sons of the alien shall be your plowmen and vine dressers. Do you hear that? We just read in Amos 9 that the plowman was going to overtake the reaper, right? Because when that happens, we're going to go from being the plowmen to the reapers, and you heathen are going to go from being the reapers to the plowmen. You see, you're going to prune our gardens. You're going to be plucking them damn grapes. You're going to be, your women with them sexy toes, them Ishmaelite women with them sexy feet, going to be in there stomping my grapes. You see? You know what I'm saying? You're going to be out there you're going to be tending to our sheep, our cows. I'm going to have a fucking flock of alpaca, man. And you heathen nations are going to fucking take care of it. I'm going to have staff on duty around the clock, 24 hours a day, or however long the day is going to be in the kingdom of heaven, to keep my incense lit in my palace, man. Around the clock. Gonna send Japhet down there into my wine cellar to get that first bottle of wine that was bottled the first year of the kingdom, man. After 10,000 years. This is what we're coming into. You heathen nations are about to be put into our workforce just like we were put into yours. And you're going to do everything precisely as we request. We're going to have Moab tailoring our clothes. Everything's going to be custom made. You heathen nations are about to do these tasks, man. My wives want to go for a little spa day. Guess who's going to be there giving them pedicures and manicures? You heathen nations are. Namely Moab. When the Most High promised to give us rest, that's exactly what he meant. We're not gonna lift the finger unless we want to. You see? This is what Yahushua is coming to bring his people into. That everlasting rest that our Father has promised us, man. And we're gonna have you heathen nations as slaves according to what? According to the word of the Almighty power or the Almighty God, Yahweh, man. Ain't no ifs, ands, or buts about it. Ain't no way around it. You're not finna do anything to change the course of prophecy or set up an alternate timeline. There ain't no alternate timeline. There's only one timeline, and it's all according to the Most High's will. And it all leads to this. Isaiah 61:5, it says what? And strangers shall stand and feed your flocks, and the sons of the alien shall be your plowmen and vine dressers. You see, I'm gonna need my sheep sheared. I'm gonna need my alpaca sheared. It's time for the land Sabbath. I need you to move the flocks over 25 miles so they can give this land some rest for a year. All those tasks are gonna be done by you heathen nations. And the thing is, after that first 1,000 years, because that first 1,000 years is gonna be complete. It's gonna be savage. It's gonna be crazy. But after that, you're just gonna go into the workforce and work your everyday jobs like you're doing right now up under Esau. Except in the kingdom of heaven, you'll be up under us, and you're gonna love it. You're gonna love the work in the palaces of the God kings of the earth, man. You're gonna love to work in the palaces for the sons of the Most High God Yahweh. You're gonna love to serve us hand and foot, man. You see? You're going to love it. Because we're going to rule over you in righteousness, man. It says what? Verse 6 says, but ye shall be named the priest. Did I finish that? Yeah. But ye shall be named the priest of Yahweh. Men shall call you the ministers of our power. You shall eat the riches of the Gentiles, and in their glory shall ye boast yourselves. That's what's coming. Take it from this low condition that we're in now to be brought into glory, and you heathen nations are going to be brought low to serve us. You see? Finally, man. Finally. What else we got? Oh, you know what? I got another one. Isaiah 65. New heavens and the new earth, because that's what we're coming into. Doesn't mean the earth is going to be destroyed and the Most High is going to make a new one. No, it's going to be refreshed. It's going to go from being in this condition, this hell up under Esau, to being a paradise under us once we come into power. That's the new heavens and the new earth the Most High is talking about. And it's going to be ran by who? Yahweh shot in 144,000. You see, in righteousness, man. Causing the earth to go back to the state the Most High always intended it to be in. Paradise, because that's the name of this planet. Aidan is the name of this planet. Planet Eden, man. You see? Which means paradise. And that's exactly what it's going to go to. Go back to. Let's say it like that. Now listen to this. Verse 17. For behold, I create new heavens and a new earth, and the former shall not be remembered, nor come to mind. This hell that we suffered here upon the Esau, Edom, and these heathen nations, we're not going to be thinking about this shit once we're in the kingdom of heaven, in a lamenting state. Now, we are going to think about shit that you did, but guess what? We're going to take that anger out on your ass, man. You see? Verse 18 says what? But be ye glad and rejoice forever in that which I create. For behold, I create Jerusalem a rejoicing, and her people a joy. You see that? We're going to be taken from this state of mockery that we go through now. Everybody is making jokes about so-called blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans. You see? We're gonna be taken from this. And we're going to go back to an everlasting state of joy, man. As an entire nation, but it begins with the remnant. Verse 19 says what? And I will rejoice in Jerusalem and joy in my people, which are who? The Israelites, beginning with the remnant. And the voice of weeping shall be no more heard in her, nor the voice of crying. There shall be no more thence an infant of days. Meaning what? Ain't gonna be no more stillborns, no more miscarriages, no more abortions amongst our people. Hell, amongst anyone in the earth. Well, you know what? I ain't gonna say that, because once we come into our glory, you heathen are going up under the curses. So you will have sorrow. You will have suffering. You see? But for us, it's going to be ended after we're saved from here. Lord willing, we'll be a part of that number. It says, verse 20, there shall be no more hence. It's like there shall be no more thence an infant of days, nor an old man that have not fulfilled his days. Yeah, no more of our men dying at 18, 19, 21, dying of a heart attack at 53. If we was in the second covenant, man, Kevin Samuels wouldn't have died of a heart attack. Your uncle wouldn't have died of a stroke if we were up under the second covenant. That's how we know that we're not, because our people are still perishing, man. When we brought into that second covenant, as the Most High has promised that He's going to bring us into, we're going to be immortal. We'll never die again. You see? So it says what? Nor an old man that have not filled his days, for the child shall die in 100 years old. And if you could die in the kingdom 100 years old, you would still be a child. It says what? But the sinner being 100 years old shall be accursed. And that's what it is. To die is a curse. And if we were able to die in the kingdom of heaven, if you died at 100 years, you would still be considered a child, because what is 100 years to immortality? What is 100 years to 5 million years? This is how long we're gonna live in the kingdom. Oh my God, that's how long we're gonna be living, man. Never ending, the world without end. You see, us Israelites, man, we are the world without end. It says what? 21. And they shall build houses and inhabit them, and they shall plant vineyards and eat the fruit of them. Now we just read that who's going to do this, man? The sons of the aliens. This is talking about you. Yeah, it's saying that we're going to build it, but no, it's going to be done at the hands of you heathen. Just like when our people go and they build up an establishment for you, you don't give the credit to them. You take all the credit for yourself. It's going to be the same thing with us in the kingdom, man. It says what? And they shall build houses. And they shall build houses and inhabit them. And they shall plant vineyards and eat the fruit of them. They shall not build and another inhabit. Listen to this. They shall not plant and another eat. And that's exactly what took place with us here in this captivity, man. We built up your houses. We planted your vineyards. Who the fuck you think out there picking them damn strawberries in the hot ass sun, man? Issachar is. Out there in them damn orange orchards, picking all them damn oranges in Florida. Who you out there? Who do you think doing that? Issachar, man, the Northern Kingdom. Who do you think was picking all that goddamn cotton, man? The Southern Kingdom was doing that. To do what? To fill the pockets of the slave master. Those roles are going to be reversed in the kingdom of heaven, man. You see? Yeah. The tables are about to turn. And it's all according to the Most High's will. So you can call us hateful. You can call us whatever the fuck you want to call us. We're standing on the truth, man. You see? And when this reality really kicks in, you people are going to be greatly humbled and ashamed, man. It says what? For as the days of a tree are the days of my people, and mine elect, because that's what it begins with, shall long enjoy the work of their hands. The fruit of our labor is finally going to pay off, man. Verse 23 says what? They shall not labor in vain, nor bring forth for trouble, for they are the seed of the blessed of Yahweh Bahasham Yahushua, and their offspring with them. And that's talking about the entire nation. Yeah, the Most High is not dealing with the 2/3 right now, but guess what? The 2/3 will be our offspring in the kingdom of heaven. So they will come into the blessing as well, as the Most High has promised that the whole entire nation will be blessed eventually. So yes, to hell with the 2/3 right now, but they're going to be our sons and daughters in the kingdom of heaven, taken from that filthy, defiled state after death by pain to be brought into glory with the rest of our family, man. So we can finally live and have the rest that the Most High has promised us. And it's all going to be on the backs of you heathen, on the backs of you heathen nations, man. You see? It says what? Verse 24. And it shall come to pass that before they call, I will answer, and while they are yet speaking, I will hear. And this is the type of connection that we're going to have with the Most High once we finally be brought into that second covenant, completely tied back to the Most High, to the point to where before we even finish our prayers, he's going to be the answer to it, man. That's what we're coming into. You see? Verse 25 says what? The wolf and the lamb shall feed together, and the lion shall eat straw like the bullock, and dust shall be the serpent's meat. They shall not hurt nor destroy in all my holy mountain, saith Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushua. The earth is going back to a state of peace, man. You see, ain't gonna be no more lions hunting down gazelles and wolves devouring lambs. All that's gonna be done away with once we come into power. You see, but I wanted to get that real quick, and I'm gonna wrap it up on this one here, because I forgot this one last night. Let's get Psalms 140. Yep, Psalms 148. No, Psalms 149, I'm sorry. Psalms 149 and 5, it says what? Let the saints be joyful in glory. Let them sing aloud upon their beds. And that bed is representing our rest. And we're gonna sing aloud upon that bed in the kingdom of heaven, because once again, we're gonna be at rest. No more getting up or waking up, being awakened by an alarm clock to go punch a damn clock to sit in front of a computer for 8 hours. No, man, all that shit is gonna be done away with in the kingdom of heaven. And when we're finally taken away from it, we're gonna be rejoicing even more than we already know. Rejoicing in Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushua, man, because he did what he said he was gonna do, taking us away from all this bullshit, man. It says what? To execute vengeance upon the heathen and punishments upon the people. You see? And that's all according to prophecy. So you heathen nations are about to feel the vengeance of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushua by way of his people, man. All of you heathen nations. To execute the judgments and punishments upon you, as it is written. Verse 8 says what? To bind their kings with chains and their nobles with fetters of iron. To do what? To bring you into slavery. And if the nobles and the kings are going into chains and fetters of iron, what does that say about you common heathen? You're going to follow your kings and your nobles right into slavery, just like we did when we went into slavery. Verse 9 says what? To execute upon them the judgment written, and that's what we've been getting this whole lesson. All the judgments written that the Most High is determined is going to come upon you heathen nations. You see? To execute upon them the judgment written, this honor have all his saints, which are those who have made a covenant with him by sacrifice. When you go into the account, when you go into the history, the only nation that has made a covenant with the Almighty God Yahweh by way of sacrifice is the nation of Israel. And that covenant was mediated by Moses and sealed with blood. You heathen nations are not a part of it, so you could never be a saint. The only saints are the Israelites. You see? And all of us are going to have the honor of possessing you heathen nations for perpetual and everlasting slaves, man. Praise ye the Lord, Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shah. You see? And so with that, I'm going to end it by giving all praise, all honor, all glory to Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shah Ba'ashem Rakakwadash. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone for teaching me this truth according to the Bible through the spirit and power of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shah. And a sincere peace and salutation to all you hopeful Akim out there, pushing his word in all truth and sincerity, doing the work as Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shah has created us to do. And with that, I'm going to say Shalom, Wa, Abba, Abba.